Going live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my weekly stream. That's what it's called. That's right. I am joined, as usual, by my regular guest, Cybernetic Pink Eye.
Hello, all.
And as you can see, I am playing Dragon Age Origins again. Hello, hello. Oh my god, Garrus. What? Garrus has gotten already into new me mode. He is running in and out of the room with his tail being this black streak behind him. And he's making the I'm excited cat noises, so
Pardon the neoctical difficulties here.
This has been my weekly stream. I have an announcement to make, and no, I'm not talking about the Snapcube one. I know that's where your brain immediately went.
I mean, the internet has changed us all.
But I will no longer be partnering with Griffin on this channel when it comes to the live streamings. Anyway. Which is... But, so yeah, last week, you may remember that I started off the entire thing by being very, very angry about the recent decision that YouTube has made to try and foist the responsibility of their data collection on their user base. I'm still mad at YouTube, but other people have also kind of come forward to clarify that someone who has, hey, welcome, that someone who has their standard content that would appeal to all ages as opposed to specifically child-directed are probably not going to be hit by this, and they are most likely not going to be fined. The thing is that YouTube is able to create its own consequences if they decide that you're doing something wrong, and which I find to be absolute bullshit. But for the most part, you're not likely to find yourself being fined $42,000 just because you have a video that has a bright thumbnail or something.
That's a bit of a relief.
It's a huge relief because a lot of people are terrified that for every video that they have in their archive that they might get hit with a $42,000 fee, and that's not what's going on.
And it does not help that there's so much misinformation being spread through the fanaticism behind all of it. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's not even that there's misinformation being spread by the fanaticism. It's misinformation being spread by people deciding what it is that this all means, and then everyone else following their example. There's a huge amount of scaremongering and a lot of YouTube is over, YouTube is doomed, everyone's going to be fined thousands of dollars, there's no point being on the platform anymore. There's all sorts of opinions. Well, the thing is, Phoenix, that's literally what they are banning on their site. The Spider-Man and Elsa videos on their site have literally all been cleaned out because it is child-directed, but not actually entertainment, and they're trying to capitalize on the advertisement side of things. But the thing is that it's not, I will say, so the misinformation is because YouTube never really clarified what things are, but they basically pointed the finger at the FTC being like, well, since they decided to get involved, it's their fault, and now you guys might be fined $42,000 because of them. So a lot of people, like MatPat, for example, have jumped on to say, God, those FTC people are just bullies taking down the poor multi-million, if not multi-billion YouTube, executives and trying to hurt their user base. They are literally defending YouTube collecting data, which is the illegal part.
Mm-hmm.
That is the illegal part. That is happening to literally, God. And I've said this before, I said this last week, but I don't think any of us really want the data collection stuff to happen if it's happening indiscriminately and if it is happening to minors. Personally, I don't like that any website collects our data and uses it to target ads at us. So I don't like it when that happens. I would prefer that they get rid of it entirely. And the whole entire problem is that because there are children that were attracted to their site in the first place, they were collecting data on minors. That is the part that's actually breaking the law. It's not enough for us to cut you off from your earning money. Now we want your money. Subscribe to YouTube. Read today. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So they've very successfully convinced people that we are the ones who are going to have to shoulder the brunt of them doing something illegal. We are the ones who are, they tried to put it on us to make us responsible for posting those videos. And you know what? I will say, the individuals who made like those Spider-Man Elsa videos or those Five Finger Family videos are the ones that very clearly are trying to get just children watching them completely indiscriminately without logging into kids' YouTube and all of that stuff, marking it so that they will have data collected so that they can then have the benefit of the targeted ads on them. Those people are skeevy as fuck, and they've been dealt with. That's the thing. But they decided to spread this over to all of the channels and make it sound like, well, if you have a cartoon character somewhere in your video, then clearly it is directed at children. And if it's directed at children, then that's trying to lure them over to the targeted ad data collection side of YouTube. That is supposedly what we would be fined for. Because the thing is, and I just found this out, interestingly enough, because of MatPat explaining, trying to stand for YouTube, but he did explain that YouTube was bragging about the fact that their platform is used by children. Bragging that their advertising is very effective for children. That their data collection, so they admitted fully that they knew that there were children accessing that part of their platform. And so by doing that, that was like, if there was any doubt about YouTube complying with COPPA laws, then they just did, or COPPA, or however that's supposed to be pronounced, but whatever. So they announced that they knew perfectly well that there were children watching those videos. And so they stepped in, they were like, all right, let's roll our sleeves up and tell you, you did bad. You did a bad thing. You did something illegal. See, it's not even that parents are responsible for their children. Like, I get that, and I understand that argument, but the problem that I have with making that argument in light of all of this is that the problem isn't that parents aren't parenting their children. They probably should be having some safety measures in place so that they can only access things like the kids' side of YouTube, or, that they're not going online completely indiscriminately. But the issue when it comes to this was not brought on by parents not parenting their children. This was brought on from YouTube deciding that the only way to run their business is to try and take the data collection from anyone who uses their site to try and give them ads based on what they think is going to sell the most to those kids. And it is effective, but the problem is kids are more likely to look at something that they like, point at it and go, I want this. If something is shiny, sufficiently flashy, they're more susceptible to ads than anyone who is, over the age of 13. But that's just it. So again, the issue is not that people are posting, like, sorry, I'm also reading the comments for those of you who are watching this later on and you can't see the comments scrolling, but like, it's not the fault of the FTC. And it's not like, all of the bots that YouTube has on their program, they're not about actually think about the children. Everything that they do is calculated to skirt the law as much as they can, to try and wring as much ad revenue out of it as they can. They collect the data as much as they can to be able to sell it to advertisers so that advertisers can be like, oh, okay, well, here are our ads and here's your money because you're bringing in money for our company by doing this. The problem is their calculation is absolutely not about whether or not it's, for the children, but how can we do this without getting caught? Their bots on there, their algorithm, everything that they do is either legal protection for the illegal shit that they are doing and propagating, or it is covering their ass basically, or it's because they have found that being able to demonetize and deplatform certain users on their base make it so that the more profitable users end up, and the people who have the most money are able to continue using their platform without being challenged. And then you're going to find more people who are on the rich side of things trying to conserve the rich side of things. They are trying to they're trying to conserve their wealth. And so all of these channels, any channel that's out there basically saying, like, you know, showing individual rights, civil rights, all of these things, they get demonetized because that's not child friendly, but it's actually not advertiser friendly. That is the key word in all of this. Not to mention, the bot technology is still too immature to be used effectively to preserve both content creators and the audience, doing only damage. Yep, absolutely. So YouTube keeps trying to automate their entire system instead of actually doing stuff to keep control over it. And because they have absolutely refused to do anything about the moderation on their site, things have gotten completely out of hand. And now, to cover their legal bases, what they are doing is they are foisting the responsibility of their data collection onto their user base for making quote-unquote child-attractive videos. They're basically making it so that they don't have further culpability, so that they can't get fined however many million it was it like $170, $180 million? Anyway, hi, so I'm sorry, you know, well, welcome, Crack Fox. It's okay if you're currently in the club, but I appreciate you stopping by today. So, anyway, I have obviously a lot of feelings about all of this, but I want to clarify for those of you who are watching this, if you are scared about the state of YouTube, if you're scared for your creators, I mean, understandably, I think it's a good idea to be concerned, to be worried. You know, that I actually agree with, because YouTube has proven that they cannot be trusted, and they might still try to pull some shady shit. But if they do, there's going to be pushback. First of all, I know that there are already content creators that are finding alternative methods for hosting their material. There's a lot of options out there, and even if they're not quite, they don't have quite the same reach and audience that YouTube does, if the alternative is getting fined $42,000 per video that they decide infringes on the law that they are breaking, people are going to get off that site. People are going to get off of YouTube. I say this, streaming to YouTube, I know. But that's just it. If they do that, they're going to lose the people that are content creators for their site, and they're going to see a mass exodus, and they're going to not have content to put those advertisers, their advertisements on. They're not going to have the content. There are probably going to be a handful of people that they can still sell to that, but all of the millions of people who would get fucked over by something like this, if it were what they implied it to be, you know, they're not going to stick around. That is a huge base of money that they are losing. Like, it may only be pennies to the individual user, but they're making at least a handful of dollars off of every few million people that are on their site that have advertisements on their videos. They're making plenty of money, even on those small things, which is why they haven't moderated any of this. Because moderating people at even the smallest level is manpower that they don't want to have to pay for, and it means actually having to crack down. And they want to be able to have all of those people who are making content that they can put ads on, you know, to stick around and continue making content so that they can make the money off of what they're doing. Dailymotion should be capitalizing on this. I would go through a list of some alternatives, but there's some out there. I like Vimeo and their option where basically, and this fits exactly the model that I was talking about last week. You basically pay for membership to the site or something like that, and you get hosting privileges up to a certain amount, and that is what pays for the cost of actually hosting the videos. It's not quite as user interactive, I think, and it certainly doesn't have the same sort of broad base that YouTube does, but I feel like that's a better alternative to all of this. Well, YouTube is not slowly becoming like TV. It is already TV. But I will say that worst comes to worst, if I do have to find myself moving off of this hell site for one reason or another, you can always follow my social media. I always have them linked on the channel page. You can follow Twitter, Tumblr, all of those various things, and I will direct anyone to where I will be posting my content in the future. So I will say that much. You might also want to make sure that you are following the social media of other individuals, other content creators that you are following. I agree with that. Vimeo is more professional than YouTube and much more supportive to the content creators. So, there is a lot to pick apart with all of this, obviously. YouTube is not to be trusted, but like, I'm going to continue using the platform if only because of the broad user base that it has, and because I technically am already established here, excuse me, quote unquote. But I would not be surprised if they decide to do something that ends up tanking their site. Now, I will say, again, we're not likely to be facing $42,000 fines. They do take into account whether or not someone actually has $42,000 to be throwing at a fine like that. I think they actually scale whatever fine they do decide based on what you've actually made. And they're not likely to target you anyway. They put out specifically a distinction saying that it's got to be child directed, like something that you would see on Nickelodeon Jr. or Nick Jr. or, something that is very clearly, where should I go? To the right? To the left? Which way should I go? Things like that. Stuff that's along those lines, or the Spider-Man Elsa shit, or all of that. That stuff is what would actually fall under the finable category. Quick, everyone, to Newgrounds. That's also an alternative, I'll say that, because it is video hosting, so, I guess we'll see from there. But anyway, all of this, 16 minutes into this stream, and I have spent a lot of time talking about this, but obviously this is relevant to the content that I am making, the fact that I have just recently launched a new channel, which I hope to be able to monetize at some point, which is now time for my regular reminder that if you like the stuff that I'm making and doing, you can always check out my Patreon. It is always linked usually in the description of every video, as well as on the channel page itself. That actually goes a long way to supporting what I'm doing, my ability to make all of this content that I'm hoping to be making. I say all of this, and only a fraction of it has come out, but there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes too. It helps me get by day to day. It helps me to afford the medication that I need just to friggin' survive. It is, every dollar, like even just literally $1. And I will say, in terms of benefit to you, like the base thing is you get early access to all of my videos. There are if I finish one game, I will open it up to voting as to what game I will play next. And I'm hoping to be streaming a little bit more often. I know that I have a D&D stream that I'm hoping to get off the ground at some point. But YouTube is probably never going to actually monetize me in a way that I would be able to sustain myself on. Not the way that it's currently set up, and certainly not the way that it's going. But my Patreon helps to cover all of that, basically, is whether or not I'm able to continue making the content, whether I'm basically able to make this a quote-unquote living, which I know, don't try to base everything online, but I have few alternatives. Thank you for putting your 2 cents on the situation. I mean, honestly, so, okay, to finish my Patreon plug, I'm thinking about adding some potential new features other than just the voting on new games. I'm actually considering, because something that Griffin and I have talked about is using the Talk to Transformer thing. And here's just like a little preview for anyone who might be considering doing even just $1 a month and becoming a patron. I might open it up for people who are patrons to submit prompts for me to put into the Talk to Transformer thing. So I would post it on the site, and I would on the Patreon and say, hey, so let's get some prompts in for this stream of Talk to Transformer, etc., because that shit is hilarious, and I love seeing where that goes. So basically, by becoming a patron, you will get special privileges that the average viewer does not. However, obviously my base content is always going to be made available and free for everyone. I'm not going to put it behind a paywall. Anything I do put behind a paywall is going to be exclusively on the basis of thanking the people that are choosing to support me. Things like behind the scenes stuff that wouldn't necessarily be posted publicly, or something that would not, things like script writing or ideas, inspiration, stuff like that. But the actual content that I'm making, I always plan on making out there available for free. Put my show on Netflix. They'll never say no. Oh, yes, they would. They certainly would, because it would take 2 seconds to look at, my art style and go, this is not professional quality.
I mean, you say that, but look at the Jungle Book.
I won't, but...
You're better off.
So yeah, 20 minutes now talking about this. I just want to be sure, all of you, again, your favorite content creators are most likely safe from this recent decision. They are not likely to face thousands of dollars of fees. They might choose to move off the platform anyway because this was such a deep scare because YouTube decided to be vague about the specifics. Ballad of Lorelei, Netflix original. I would love to see a full studio actually behind the creation of the Ballad of Lorelei, let me tell you. But anyway, just...
I like how we started off the stream. Like, you remember last week when I spent about a half hour ranting about YouTube? Well, buckle the fuck up, kids. Get ready for the sequel.
Basically, that's literally what just happened. But yeah, no, they made their language very vague. They made it so that people would get scared and not know what was going on. They have conditioned us to believe that their automated system is just going to flag it and will automatically be responsible for it. But it is what it is, and YouTube is not a trustworthy platform, but for right now, we probably will not have to face any kind of legal issues or fines from the FTC. That is most likely not going to happen unless it is blatantly obvious that you are trying to attract children. YouTube, too. Advertiser friendly, even harder. The thing is that I have found at least a handful of alternatives, and I'm looking at them, keeping an eye on them, seeing what happens, and what we may be able to do if YouTube does decide to do the thing. So, all of that, with Dragon Age in the fucking background over here, we had last left off having toured a little early bit of Denerim, and we had actually picked up a handful of side quests along the way. Let's see what's in my inventory. Magellan's Recurve. I don't need those. I have some stuff to sell, actually, just to clear up the inventory just a smidge. Anyway, you want the fines from the FTC? To avoid the fines, you should express VPN. I mean...
If there's anything I can do for you, I'm sure...
I'm not gonna say get a VPN, but I'll say it's probably not the worst idea ever. So, don't worry too much about that, I guess, basically. Don't worry about the actual thing that YouTube has been claiming that they're possibly going to do to all of us. It's understandable to be scared of it because they have done nothing to actually assuage our concerns. So, anyway, let's see, I don't think I need most of these things, and I've got the fucking lyrium dust up the wazoo, which is really not good for you, just so you know.
Most things up the wazoo probably not in the best interest of your health.
So, I think, let's see, if I recall correctly, there's something new that you can do with Alistair now that the romance has been, I guess, fully realized, because that's what the sex scene was all about.
Look.
Oh.
Before we go any further, I want to say something. I appreciate that you brought me to see my sister, and that you were there to talk me down after we left. You're a true friend, and I love you. I just wanted to tell you that.
You've already said that, but thank you. I don't feel the same way, I'm afraid. What the fuck? I mean, I can't even fucking imagine getting to this point after, all of that. I don't feel the same way, I'm afraid. Like, what the fucking cavalier bullshit is this?
I mean, don't hate the player, hate the game. Also, because of the light of the fire, on his face, I for a split second thought he had a bad case of dual pink eye going on.
Oh god, yeah. Well, because their eyes, for whatever reason, don't reflect environmental shit like that.
it kind of reminds me of like some of the screen or cutscenes I've seen of the new Pokemon game, where like at least one character's teeth look like Pepto-Bismol pink when they're talking.
Right. Anyway, I love you too.
Well, now that that's out of the way, something you need, my dear.
Okay, so there's a new way that he addresses you. I'd like to discuss something private.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
So, oh god, okay, so you have an option to end it, which, no. You have an option to actually sleep with him again, although I think you only get the cutscene once. And then something else that you can do now by selecting him in camp. I don't think he does this. He might do it out in the open, but yes, you
Try
can.
for baby.
Anyway, you can kiss him now.
Aha! I see talking isn't quite what you had in mind. Got it.
Alistair, your fingers are inside my head. I don't think that's as romantic as you think it is.
Some kinky shit.
I mean... So I think also talking with Zevran, because I did sort of flirt him into some degree of attraction.
What is your desire?
Oh, not yet, but I guess I'm still waiting for his approval to get up. Care to answer some
blue
questions?
balling him will probably do that.
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
That's not a thing that happens. Let's just move on. Anyway. Liliana.
Oh, hello. Is there something you wanted to talk about?
No, I just thought you looked like you wanted to talk, though.
It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
Alistair has become a meme warden instead of a Grey Warden. You know.
Where's the lie?
What about?
I can't get what happened out of my head. I'd been in Lothering for years, and she still thought I was plotting against her. She didn't trust me. Maybe she never did. She loved me when she could use me and control me. And now that she can't, she wants me dead. It hurts to realize that I never really knew her.
Is there anything I can do?
You're already helping so much by listening to me. I knew she was ruthless, but I didn't know how far she could go. She is self-serving, cruel. She uses people, then discards them. But that's how she survives in the life she leads. What if she's right? What if we're the same? I should just have stayed in the Chantry.
I think this is actually another person that you can quote-unquote harden. Depending on your response to the situation, but like... She would have attacked you there eventually.
Maybe, but that is not the point. I was a different person there. I forgot my life as a bard while I was in the cloister. I felt safe. I didn't have to watch my back all the time. That's what made Marjolaine the person she is, don't you see? It ruined her. It will ruin me too. Even now, I feel some regret at not ending her life in order to protect my own.
Alright, thank you for dropping by, Chris. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever time it is for you. Have a wonderful one. Cloister. No. Cloister refers to, specifically a religious sect kind of thing. So,
I mean, you're more likely to find pearls in one than the other.
Anyway, what's important is that you didn't act on it.
What we're doing, what we've done, hunted men down, killed them. Part of me loves it. It invigorates me, and this scares me. I feel myself slipping.
Marjolaine chose who she became. So can you.
How can you be so sure?
See, I mean, I like a couple of these, but you left the Chantry to help others. That means something. You strive to be good, and that's what's important. I mean, that is important, but evil doesn't worry about not being good.
That is true. I can always trust you to show me things from a different perspective. I would like to be alone for now. I have many things to consider. Thank you for listening to me.
Absolutely. You are my favorite, Liliana. Which is to say, you're not my favorite. You're my favorite, Liliana, specifically.
You
Anyway,
don't
she
know
wants
how
to be...
Frequently, you include her in the party.
I mean... And also she says, like, I would like to be left alone with my thoughts, but then...
So, you and Alistair?
Yes? Why that impish look? Alistair and I what? Again, because you can't tell tone from the fucking text here. Is this like a yes, or is this a yes?
You should have just included a Lenny face in the options.
Yes?
You and Alistair. Together, looking contented. You even have a glow about you. So shameless.
Shameless, huh? Huh. I think that's a side effect of the joining. Oh, God. All right. He does make me very happy.
So, how is Alistair?
He's right there. Oh, you said he looks happy. What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Alistair and you, those long nights. He must be quite delightful. You wouldn't be so happy otherwise, I think. He's athletic. That's always nice. He is also good at following instructions, isn't he?
Glow about you? Oh God, I'm pregnant. I will never.
Pregnant?
I love that. What was the full thing behind the pregnant? Because the thing that makes it funny is the fucking pause. Like the whole thing is
38 plus 2 weeks.
pregnant. Oh God, no, not that close, dude. Not that loud. But God, pregnant.
Pregnant. Pregnant.
Pregnant. Baby.
We are perpetuating hell on Earth.
I mean, we knew this when we got started, partner. Anyway. Yes, sometimes he has brilliant ideas of his own, too.
Ooh, fascinating. The little Templar is all grown up and apparently he plays well with others. You must keep me updated on any new developments.
The fuck is it your business, Liliana? You must keep me updated on you having sex with someone. Liliana, please.
What out of 10 would you recommend?
Please don't go after my little Templar boy.
The fact that you're calling him a little Templar boy is not helping the situation.
That's what she called him! That's what she called him!
And you repeated it. You did not have to.
I'm gonna click on her again and you're gonna shut up.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
We need to talk.
Of course.
Okay. What will you do when this is all over?
I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? We've traveled far and wide. Does it need to end?
Let's see. Well, it's so wonderful to hear you say that. Feels like it's a romantic option. I really don't want to activate that. I would like to see the world too. I mean, that actually makes sense for Evelyn, given that she spent her entire life in the fucking tower up until this point. So,
There's so much out there. Adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating. You're welcome to come along if you like.
you're not too irritating. Excuse me. Okay. I would love to.
It is settled then. You and I wandering the world, seeking our fortunes. I can't wait.
Is Alistair allowed in this? Because, you know, just so you know, I'm going to need to take his little Templar with us.
In a
I know
box.
that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
Alright, anything
course.
else? No. What?
Just the fact that you completely ignored it.
I'm ignoring you, yeah. Alright, so what's up, Ogren?
Ass chaps.
I guess ass chabs are up.
Ass chaps.
I love, like, listening to the Doppler fade away as I listen to him continuing to laugh as I run away. Anyway.
It speaks.
I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Didn't I ask these? Let's move on.
On then.
Okay. So, let's see. I'm probably over spamming the save thing. So we did open up a couple of extra quests, and I want to see if I can take care of those now before we engage
Yes.
Yes.
with the larger plot stuff that's on the way, even though I already said. Okay, Kadanfe Hideout, a current hideout of a band of Kunari mercenaries. So let's take care of that, because that's right there.
True. Also, in my experience, there's no such thing as saving too much in an RPG.
I mean, yeah, but this game is a little bit more forgiving in that regard. Oh, okay. Alright, you guys are gonna run right into it, so... Oh, that was beautiful!
The way you laughed, I'm just... Now I've got the image in my head of, like, Santa in a medieval setting, just, like, going on a fucking slaughter.
Oh,
Shoving
shit.
coal up your orifices tonight.
Oh, shit. Alright, so I just died.
Yeah. Hey, Brian.
Hey, welcome back. Oh, this is going disastrously. Oh, this is beautiful. Not. Alright, I have the ability to resurrect, but I'm gonna move away. Let them continue that. Can't do that, because that's still recharging for some reason. And group heal. Okay. This is why I'm the leader. Okay. Well, we survived that. Kadanfe. So, Kadan apparently means something like relating to the heart
Of course.
in the Kunari language. I don't need that.
Allow me.
Ah.
I'll do that for you.
Okay. So I believe that covers everything. I don't think there's much else to discover around here. No. Okay. So we took care of them. So I'm actually going to save real fast since we're continuing to do the dirty work around here. The Krampus in D&D. Okay, sorry, I was just reading the chat again.
No worries. And honestly, that's actually an interesting concept now that I think about it. Krampus in a D&D setting.
Civil War. Also, I want to point out on the map, you can see where these, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but you can see the darkness spreading. It has taken over a significant part of Ferelden at this point, and oh, it's an abomination! That's great! And I still have an injury, so I'll take one of these.
Now I get the Evelyn pointing, oh my god, it's an abomination! And was like, wow.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they did that. Feldspar Ring. Huh. I think that, yeah, it's a quest item. Renauld!
I can appreciate that abominations go out like Power Ranger villains, just one final fireball.
Well, I mean, Civil War, you're a few years late for that movie game. Actually, no, this game came out before that.
Yep.
This came out in 2008? 2009? 2009, I think. But anyway. Let's see. Should you find this note, I beg you, please complete my task. I am Renauld, Master Mage and mentor to the misguided fool, Hesher. It seems that my young apprentice got mixed up in magic unmentionable, for which I pledged to pursue him to the ends of the world. If you are reading this, then my apprentice caught up to me and choked from me my last breath. I beg you to delve into this ancient elven forest and end the threat of the abomination my beloved apprentice has become. Should you do this, then I beg you, keep the feldspar ring you find on my apprentice's finger as a token of my thanks. And may you never know profound failure, as I feel as I write this. So, that sucks. Ooh, elf fruit. I think we just took care of it. I think.
So I
Okay. So onward to the Civil War.
Yeah.
Listen, I reserve every right to be.
Horses on
Whoa.
Van Talman's land. We won't bend needle Logain.
Logain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lick spittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
Well, this sucks. All right. All right, looks like the soldiers are doing okay so far. They're just literally roaring at each other in a circle here. They're literally just roaring at each other in a fucking circle. Yes! We've won!
Ooga, 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 chaka.
I can't fight this feeling
I was just about to come in with
deep
that.
inside of me. Girl, you just can't... Whatever, anyway.
I'm so glad you and I were on the same wavelength for that. Well, like most things, I suppose.
I was gonna say, at this point, I don't think we need... I don't think we need to yeah. Anyway.
It goes without saying that we're hooked on a feeling.
I'm hooked on a feeling. Alright.
We showed those Logain upstarts. We showed those Loghain upstarts.
No, thank you. None whatsoever. Oh, we showed those. I showed those Loghain upstarts. Don't you fucking go.
I think he's using the royal we.
Uh-huh. So anyway, let's go back to Denerim.
I never fucking understood that whole royal we thing.
Well, I think it's supposed to indicate that because the monarch is the will of the people.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Okay, what am I missing here? Why was I brought back here? What am I missing?
The instant replay, I guess.
What am I... Okay, so... The Mage's Treasure. You have discovered 3 of the items hidden in a forest by the Devinter Mage. One item remains to find. To be found, dude.
That reminds me. Remind me to show you something after the stream. I just remembered. Someone took a scene from Golden Girls, it was like a murder mystery episode, I guess, but they edited it to be a Danganronpa murder case with all the mechanics and stuff.
I'm sorry, what? I was reading things.
Sorry, well, I saw this video the other day where someone took like a scene from Golden Girls, like a murder scene was happening, and they edited it to be a Danganronpa trial with like all the visual graphics and everything.
Okay.
And it works too well.
So that's actually... Cat, please. That's actually... Okay, so it's in Redcliffe. Okay. And then I can turn in some quests. I'm gonna pass right through the center of the Blight. I'm sure we're fine. But yeah, with each subsequent quest that you finish, more of the map will be consumed by the Blight shadow overtaking it. I'm sorry that that's a problem, Blackjack. I don't know if you could hear that, just the faint...
Oh, yes.
Meow.
Yeah.
As if on cue.
Testing 1 2 1 twow.
1 twow.
Yes.
Move along, friend.
I have a gift for you from the Mages Collective.
Oh, wonderful. I always appreciate correspondence from my upstanding friends in the collective. On behalf of myself and my men, I thank you. I'll make sure the collective's generosity is reciprocated. On your way now.
You know, it even works that he's dismissive with me because I'm a mage. Middle of the Blight without incident, but you can meet Darkspawn elsewhere while traveling in the map. Yeah, well, because they really do just, like, send out scouts and shit like that. Oh, well, I guess I can just go back to Denerim from here.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Watch me get interrupted by that same fucking cutscene again. It's not even a cutscene. They're just gonna keep finding Renault's dead body all over the place. Oh, no. No, we're gonna find Darkspawn. Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ah, Dwarven warriors. Okay. And an ogre! Good.
The more the merrier.
Oh. Well. Okay. Oh. Dwarven soldier, you're looking like you could use a little help over here. So did you throw that stone and just, like, stop? Is that what happened?
I mean, I suppose he realized he wasn't without sin just after he cast it.
Oh, there's another ogre! I didn't even see the second ogre! Well, that answers a few things.
As Brian pointed out, you did stumble into their natural habitat, the swamp.
Oh.
Orzammar has heard your call. 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 Orzammar has heard your call.
Oops.
Something you need, my dear.
Orzammar has heard your call. 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 We march for you.
You having fun?
Yes? Because they all say it exactly the same fucking way.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, that ogre has something. Sweet. Orzammar has heard your call. Orzammar has heard your... Orzammar has heard your call.
Light the
Orzammar.
beacons, bitch.
Now all
beat me to
Ferelden
it.
knows you're here.
You beat me to it again!
I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're synced with me. Because they are clones. Right. Alright, so I think we can save here. And go to the mage's collective bag. We've taken care of a couple of tings.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over.
Would you like me to take a message?
A little something extra for friendship.
Friendship, of course.
A little something extra for friendship.
Of course. Anything else?
The client is very pleased. Come back soon.
Oh. What?
Take this. You've earned it.
How many of these have I done? What?
Good to see you again.
Okay, I guess I'm done now. That's great.
I guess.
Okay. That was oh so slightly surreal. Like, how many of those did I complete?
Apparently enough. Don't talk to me or my stupid fucking hat ever again.
And I think the Nod Noble Tavern is where they are. A little something extra for your friendship. A little something extra for friendship.
Yes.
Master Ignacio. I believe.
Find everything you need.
Okay, same deal with the other scrolls? Or, we're good. Let's see. Ah!
Find everything you need.
Is it bad that every time I hear that dude's name, I just want a big old plate of nachos?
So what other quests do we have active?
Fair enough.
Back alley. Report back to Chanter Rosamund. You've eliminated the organized crime element that thrived in the back alleys of Danarum. Missing in action. There's a quest to find missing Ostagar veteran named Rexel. Okay. Fazl's request. Huh. Okay. Trial of the Crows. An audience contracted to kill Ambassador Gainley, who is residing in the royal palace of Orzammar. When you take him out, a servant they employ with the Crows will clean up the mess and make it look like as if he left Orzammar. And the last request. Ah. Okay. Well, that we can't do just yet. But Enchanter Rosamund. That's the wrong direction. So there are a lot of these little quests, and I mostly do them for the completionist aspect of it. You also get experience for each of these things, and you want to do all of these things so that you can level up the most. Because that makes the end game hecka easier.
I mean, when you're dealing with literal archdemons, I imagine you'd want any advantage you can get.
Those stung with 100 arrows.
I don't care.
And after much sweat.
How many did I finish for you?
The deep dark before dawn's first.
Okay.
Seems eternal.
I'm just leaving her talking. That's fine. Also, it's kind of interesting that people who are chanters sound a lot like the fucking Tranquil.
I mean, I imagine there's a bit of social commentary there as well.
Stung with 100 arrows, all of them to the knee. Magus? Hi, Sykes. That's my impression of you.
Why did you turn into Yoda?
That's not Yoda.
It's like definitely Frank Oz inspired.
Well, I turned into welcoming Sykes to the stream. That's what I turned into.
I mean...
Magus? Oh, damn, I forgot about the Tranquil. So sad, but it must be done. Sykes? Do you want me to find you and kill you? Like, is that what that is? You want some death tonight? Okay. Oh, and while I'm here, I think now?
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
What do you know of this place?
Vashol. I have heard of these things and more. I know that look. You have something. Of course.
Never mind. Why can I not get your fucking nug talk? Liliana. Sykes wants to die. No, but seriously, it must be done. And in fact, it's actually proven to be utterly fucking worthless. The demons aren't kept at bay by it. That's actually something that they have proven. There's literally nothing that keeps the demons at bay.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Harrowmont take to the streets.
I mean, you know how it is in most of these circles. False hope is better than no hope at all.
Lillian, I'm gonna give you a nug and you're gonna love it. Well, she will. It's now canon that Evelyn can't stop thinking about sex. Either that or Ginger Girl is pervy. I feel like you're the one who has a problem here. She just wants to slip her a little nug. What is wrong with a little nug being given to your best friend?
Interpret that as you may.
Hi, Vartog. I forget. Okay. I was gonna say, I forget where the person is. But, nope, here they are. Well, I mean, if you guys want to do this the hard way, I guess we could.
Yes.
But, you know. Wait, am I the only one that can open the door?
Well, you're the main character, so of course.
I'm the only one capable of opening the door.
No one else in this land has opposable thumbs.
Right then.
Which raises further questions about the architecture and industry, well, everything. But that can all be chalked up to magic, so.
You are the running commentary of the damned.
Yes.
Don't mind me, just passing through. Alright, is there anything I need to take care of? Okay. Oh yeah! I should let Dagna know while I'm here. Alright, I'm going to tell... Okay, so I've got a few things to take care of.
Yes.
Recipe for Dwarven Regicide Antidote to cure a poisoned noble. So, actually, Dwarven Regicide Antidote. I just need a flask. And it requires Master Herbalism. Okay, so that I can take care of, but some other time. Hey, Dagna! Bitch, I got something for you! Did I just turn into Rolf?
Many doors, dwarf boy!
I'm going to kill you. Remember the Nug scene from the Inquisition? Too bad it's 2 games away. Well, it'll happen at some point.
Yes.
You have that look, just... Man, I'm gonna give you a hug. A Nug. I'm gonna give her a hug, too. I wish I could, but...
Mind me not, stranger, I am but a humble nug fairy passing through, spreading the good word.
News of the hour. Supporters of disgraced Lord Haramon take to the streets.
Again, the Doppler effect of that guy yelling at me as I run past. So I'm excited for tomorrow night. Because, yeah. So Griffin and I are now both part of a D&D campaign. It's very homebrew. It's a
Oh, yeah.
modern fantasy type thing. And there's actually some pretty cool twists involved in it, even without knowing the full picture just yet.
Yeah.
My primary character is... Well, it's Byakuya Togami. The love child of Togami and Toko Fukawa, actually. That's
And
just
mine
literally
is a
it.
twink with a gun. Interpret that as you may.
I mean... Hey, Dagna!
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
First Enchanter Irving accepted you for study.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since your Relden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition?
Tuition. Look, sweetie, mages don't have to pay tuition. We get imprisoned there.
I was gonna say, instead of tuition, you get indentured servitude.
Not even well, I guess a little bit, but to do that, they first lobotomize you. Nothing. The mages need every ally they can get.
Then I should go before my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
Can I help you, sweetie? Sorry, Garrus is overlooking everything.
For a second, I thought you were talking to her.
Can I help you, sweetheart? Oh, I already did.
The rightful king is
Have a nug. Throw a dog
Just-
biscuit at her head.
Have a nug and then just like slightly ease the subterranean bunny pig into her mouth.
I keep forgetting that's what nugs are.
Subterranean bunny pig.
Just imagine just got like a 26 pack from McDonald's and just going around randomly shoving nuggets into people's mouths.
Except that nugs are like dog size, like wiener dog size. Sensibine! You know, I misread that briefly as throws bear. Sensu bean! Raw!
Sensu bean!
Fuck off. Anyway, but no, just Sensu bean throws a fucking bear.
I mean, that'll rejuvenate you real fucking quick.
Well, if it isn't my new best friend. You make it to the tower yet?
I mean, I don't care how fucking beat you are. You see a bear coming at you full speed, you're gonna find a new source of energy.
Oh yes. Package delivered, as promised.
Excellent. I must say I wasn't sure I'd see you back here. Now, that was 10 sovereigns we agreed to, right?
Huh. Are you kidding? You know it was 30.
Now, that seems pretty steep. I can't believe I'd offer that much. But I do appreciate what you did. I'm gonna give you 25, and let's call it even.
Yay! Yeah, I told the Templars about you, but, you know, thanks for the money. Thugs.
What do you think of that new King Balin, huh? Just like any other noble. Wouldn't take the time to spit on the likes of us.
His woman's castless, though, or was. That Rika, remember her? Murat's favorite from way back. And word on the street is he's got no qualms about recruiting brands for his troops. During the Blight, he's going to use whatever Orzamar's got. I could get behind that.
What? Oh, it sounded like you were wheezing about something.
Oh, no.
Yes? Why does someone like you think about Dusttown so much?
I have to go
Don't
now.
fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Is that a dead bunny pig? Are they dead? Did you kill your nugs?
We eating good tonight.
Hey, guys.
So you're the one who killed Jarvia.
Yes.
Do you know what you've done? Jarvia was no paragon, but she looked after her own. Even the nobles wouldn't cross her. If you think we're gonna let you waltz around like you own the place, you're wrong. For Jarvia, attack!
You've got lovely eye makeup, dear. Alright, you guys are dumb, so...
Roaring Griffin played Dragon Ball game. I did see that. Sadly, I probably don't have enough.
Jesus! Oh my fucking Christ, Alistair! Yeah. Oh, honey. I do own the place. Yes. Dragon Ball game, I mean...
Probably not, but...
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I like Dragon Ball Z, it's just, it's been a while since I last watched it, and they kind of moved out of the territory that I was involved in watching anyway, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'd be more than happy to give my 2 cents on the Dragon Ball series as a whole, but...
I mean,
the thing is, y'all have to wait for Monday for that.
Huh. Just don't let Sean hear you. He literally modeled his character off of Goku.
Oh, the fuck you say? I hadn't noticed.
He recreated Saiyaman, for God's sake.
I was gonna say, it's literally just Gohan.
Sort of. A mix between Goku and Gohan, maybe. Gohan was always smarter than his dad. Like,
well, he was when he was a kid.
No, he was smarter as an adult. He still had more common sense as a whole. More common sense than Goku is not exactly a tall bar to pass. Let's just make that clear.
I mean, at this point, arguably.
Let's just say he got his mother's intelligence.
Yeah, but he also got his father's parenting skills.
Listen. So, wait, he gave his son to Piccolo?
His daughter, yes.
Daughter.
Essentially.
Gave his daughter to Piccolo. Yeah, sounds about right. Let's see, can I trigger more dialogue? Or banter? No.
You're not wrong, Phoenix.
Oh, more Harrowmont fanatics.
Balin.
Oh.
You're sodding pretender.
And yes, I was referring to Super Ragnar. We don't talk about that. You really did, Psych.
Oh, what the fuck even was that? Whoa, 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 guys, whoa. Whoa.
Someone dropped the base.
I think we work well together.
Do you?
I mean, I would argue as much, Phoenix. I mean, at this point, there are enough people calling me dad that apparently there's some truth to it.
I mean... Okay, so... Oh, we can't go anywhere from under here. I see how you are. So okay, now we should be able to go back to Denerim, and I think that we might get some additional side quests.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be a good dad, wear it, be green. Well, it ain't easy being green.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know
Nor
what
is it
that's...
easy to parent.
No, but that's why I'm never going to be one.
Nor I.
Because it's one of those things, and I'm sure I've talked about it before, maybe even live, but, like, I don't have any particular problem with kids. I am a little averse to loud noises and mess, but, like, I don't blame kids for that, because kids are just fucking kids, right? They're gonna be loud, they're gonna be messy. That's just part and parcel of the whole thing. And quite frankly, I find kids to be fascinating in terms of the perspectives that they have in the world. But
yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't blame kids for the mess or the noise or the smell or all that. That doesn't mean I still can't detest them for it.
I mean, pretty much. Well, I don't detest the kids for it. You can detest being around them. But I feel like it's important to make that distinction because, again, the kids are just being kids.
True.
The world needs more lores and griffins. I don't think so. Alright, and have a good night, Ragnar.
Alright, take care, my dude.
But, I mean, I like kids well enough, and I don't mind being around them, but I don't want to raise one, because here's the thing. I got badly fucked up because at least one of my parents dealt with some of their own psychological health issues, and they were not able to handle it very well. It left a very lasting impression with me, and unfortunately it was something that damaged my ability to regulate my emotions, which, on top of other things, means that if I were to have a kid, I might have an issue with the ability of actually parenting them that does not psychologically scar them. So part of it is I don't want to be that parent who has a kid because it's what's expected of them.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't have a particular inclination or passion to have or raise a child, and I know that if I did have a child, there's a good chance that I would do something that has a long-lasting effect on them, and I don't want to be, that parent. I don't want to fuck up a kid for life.
I mean, number one, same. Number two, and I won't go into details, but you know as well as I do, I already get enough, I deal with kids enough as it is on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just leave it at that.
I guess. But that's just it. Kids are well and good in the appropriate amount.
Yeah. I feel the best policy is, once a kid sort of turns on cognitively, you just have to kind of level with them when it comes to, a lot of the shit that goes on. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, give them a childhood or anything, but by all means, have fun with them, give them fantasies and fairy tales and all that shit, but once they're of the age of, I guess, reason where they want to be taken seriously, take them fucking seriously.
Right. I that's just it. I usually start by talking to kids as if they are human beings, and if they need me to explain something, I will. I'm not going to yell at them for asking what a word means or what a concept is, etc. And we care, yes, but individually, neither one of us wants to have kids for very different reasons. Well, for basically some of the same reasons, but yeah. the thing is that even if we care, caring can go a long way for making sure that a kid grows up safe, protected, loved. But that's just it. Caring also means that if I'm hurt by something, because I know that sometimes I have an irrational emotional response to certain things, that's something that might translate to the kid. And even if I do nothing to actually blame the kid, if I'm hurt by something or upset by something, they will still pick up on, like, me suddenly withdrawing and pulling away. Kids are perceptive like that, and they will blame themselves regardless. So,
like, I'd like to think that I'm a good person overall, but I still have shit that I have to deal with on a daily basis, and things that I'm not so fond of when it comes to, like, my personality and the way I handle things. And not only would I not want to pass that shit on to another living being, but I also would not want them to be affected by that on my, less than great days.
Yeah. Anyway, Ignacio has some questions.
You've been busy traveling all over, and such tragic news you keep bringing. I was wondering if you'd check up on one more person. I'm sure you'll find this scroll quite interesting.
Really? The ransom. The last scroll indicates that some of the Arl House special hands-picked men are awaiting a ransom to free a kidnapped boy. The Crows are setting them up by sending disguised assassins to the meeting, but we'll need backup to take out all of the Arl's elite soldiering, especially their leader, Captain Chase. The location is marked on your Denerim map. So... Huh. Well, okay then. I guess we're just gonna see what we can do to deliver the unpleasant news. You don't give yourselves enough credit. Good people is not necessarily the same thing as a good parent.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like, you can go into something with the best of intentions and still fuck it up beyond, like, repair, essentially.
I think it's honestly coming down to, while I respect that I would have the best of intentions, and I would respect that I would absolutely love any child that came into my life that way. It's not that I'm scared at the prospect of, of hurting the kid, or of potentially screwing up. Okay, so that's where I'm going. It's not that, it's that I know, based on my own experience with it and from what I have read up on, why is there a random blood droplet down here? The fuck?
Don't even worry about it.
Anyway,
Maybe Alistair got a nosebleed?
Anyway, where was my train of thought because you interrupted me?
Basically how you can still be a good person and not the best parent.
Right. Because the thing is that, there's a lot of ways that you can affect a kid, even if you do care about them, even if you do keep them safe. There can still be things that you communicate or accidentally do that can end up hurting those kids. Because a parent emotionally withdrawing all of a sudden, that's me trying to make sure that I say don't lash out at a kid, but, like, the kid's going to just see their parent, their mother, in my case, just suddenly block themselves off emotionally. And to a kid, they will do everything they can to reestablish that connection. That is emotionally devastating. If I were in a better mental condition, and if I weren't in a position of, if I weren't convinced that I was only going to do damage to myself and other people in the process, like little kids, basically, it's even the small things that can stack up and fuck up a kid for life. Which is why I'm like, I don't want to do that, because I know that I would do something even if I'm doing my best to try and make sure that I don't. That's unfortunately just how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, plus it also comes down to whether or not being a parent is something that you feel is going to fulfill you.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not really something I feel like I need in order to live a happy life. I know for some people it is, and to each their own. If you feel like that's, I mean, if you need like a significant other and or offspring in order to feel complete, then like by all means more power to you. But that is not me.
Yeah, same. Anyway, so there's a little bit of a scene happening.
Nothing until I see the boy. Shouldn't want it back. Not a chance. Now that's not a particularly smart attitude when you're busy boy life. Enough. Guild no one else.
Hey, you guys were the ones who were about to attack.
Attack!
Oh, okay, you guys are just coming over to us. That's fine. You guys really want to do this?
Is this really the hill you want to die on?
Well, that sucked. Hey, wanna revive me, Win? Alright. That's how it bees.
I just came out here to have a good time, and I'm feeling so attacked right now.
Well, that's some squishy sounds. What? Oh, there's more. Okay, well, you guys have fun with that.
All right.
Huh. Oh, well, there are only 2 of you left alive now. Sorry about that.
We're done here. Go back to your contact, quickly.
Wow, the text predicted what they were going to say. Alright, go back to your contact. Well, okay then. I might just do that.
Oh, boy.
I might just do that. Health poultice. That's good, that's good. Oh god.
Let's see.
Slight lag.
RPG where you're attacked by tweets. Yeah, that game exists, Phoenix. It's called Hypnospace Outlaw.
Some NPCs are very rude, but, well, I can't blame them.
Yeah, Hypnospace Outlaw, Phoenix, is basically an internet regulation sim.
Oh.
Where you can basically go to different sites and deem whether or not they are applying or adhering to, I guess, like, copyright law, I suppose.
Oh. Level up. Oh, I got 3 points. Okay. I think I need to boost, actually, my cunning. That's what I think I need to do. Actually, let's do
I mean,
that.
essentially, yes.
$14 cunning. Okay, so that is what I need. Okay. I've got cunning. I guess I'm fine. Excuse me. Might as well make myself a little bit more resistance to being oh.
Yes.
Ooh! Oh, but I need both of these.
Reminds me of that one scene from the Snapcube video we watched. Why do you expect me to make choices? What do I look like, a top?
Did I just hear a cat? No, I heard.
I like the idea that, like, at this point, after this many years of you putting up with me and my shit, it just sounds like annoyed cat yowls in your mind.
Okay. Well, actually... Okay. Excuse me. Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over them.
Yes.
I can occasionally sound like an old person. It's actually kind of my Alfie slash what was it, Velvet, her name, voice. Do 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 do. All right.
I heard there was quite a scuffle in the alleyways. Well done, Warden.
I mean, that's a mood, Phoenix.
You never intended to rescue the kid, did you?
You'd be wrong. Our contract had two important jobs. One was to kill the boy's kidnapper, Captain Chase. The other was his rescue. You took care of Chase. And some friends have already returned the boy safely to his father.
Huh. And why didn't you tell me that?
We are told only what we need to know. That's an assassin's life. All you needed to know was your target. Any more information you got was really a bonus.
So, are we done here?
I've nothing more for you. I hope you found the contents of the chest satisfying. My superiors want me to convey their thanks. The Crows aren't accepting any new contracts on you. And when this blight ends, we'd love you to visit Antiva to discuss other opportunities.
You willing to talk straight with me now?
I did what I had to do. But there's no more need for word games.
Who contracted all the assassinations?
The Civil War brought many old grudges to a boil. You'll be pleased to know that those contracts helped your own cause. Some more directly than others. After all, it is not in the Crow's best interest that the Archdemon wins.
Then why were you trying to kill me before?
For a time, we thought that Loghain was the only man for the job. But that's before we got to know you. It was too late then, of course. Taliesin had already accepted a contract. Even now, until you kill all of Taliesin's men, you will have to fight my brothers. We never cancel a contract once accepted.
Any chance I can join the Crows? I was expecting to be double-crossed.
And I was expecting the same. But our order has survived the centuries because we always uphold our deals. Like I said, sending Zevran after you was nothing personal. We've determined you are a far better ally than an enemy.
True. Well, our business is done here.
Just remember our offer.
We could really use someone with your talents. It's time for me to take a vacation. Caesar has a special stock of wares that might interest you. It was a pleasure working with you, Warden. Luck be to you.
Alright. Thank you, Ignacio. And now I can check out Caesar's stuff and get the special stuff.
Yes.
It burned the contract and be like, whoops, we lost the contract. Yeah, but that's just it. Like, you earn a reputation by upholding your end of the bargain, regardless of whether or not the contract itself exists. If you prove that you're willing to be loyal to a mission, even if someone destroys the actual context of it, like, that earns you a lot more reputation. That earns you a lot more people willing to hire you.
Yeah, funny how playing a
back.
certain role in a
You
role-playing
need
game will affect the outcome.
Yeah. Master Ignacio mentioned your special stock.
Yes, yes. Look over here.
Ooh. Well, that's a lot of really nice recipes. Demonic Poison, Quiet Death, Mage Bane, Soldier's Bane, Demonic Poison, Concentrated Crow Poison. Okay. So, I don't need that, so you can go ahead and take that. Knight Commander's Helm. I don't think so. Master Dwemer Rune. Alright. So that's fine. That's fine.
Good to see you back.
Need any more help?
I've got complaints in the Nord Noble Tavern that some mercenaries have invaded. Nothing violent has happened. The sellswords are probably just disturbing the nobles' rarefied conversation. Just drum the louts out of there. The barkeep doesn't mind some blood. Or sport, as she called it. Captain said Denham won't miss a few dead mercenaries. Do what you will, and good luck.
Okay. Yeah, being thrown some shade, perhaps? By a pink eye.
Yes, just the singular one.
It would appear that you have been reduced to a disease that you do not have.
I mean, you make a weekly attempt to shine me in that light, don't you?
To what?
Just a plague upon the world of humor and decency.
Not really.
I suppose I take care of that all on my own, don't I?
Those are the Crimson Orlouts right there.
Alright.
You want me to throw shade, though? I can comment on how that one dude's jawline, who we were talking to before, makes him look like he's got a mouthful of foam. He just had a root canal.
Anyway, so I'm gonna talk to these people now. There have been some complaints about you.
Complaints? We have good coin, and we're breaking none of your laws. I spit on your complaints.
You see, this is why we called the guard. Causing a ruckus, they are.
Huh. And you drink here? The docks have much better bars.
We happen to like the ale better here, the wine too. Less vomits on the floor. So long as we're paying, they're serving.
Huh. Wouldn't you prefer a... Well, let's see. This is a bar for nobles, and nobles can make your life hard.
Nobles? You may have a point there. Fine. We'll leave. We don't want trouble with nobles.
There we go.
Good job clearing those louts out.
You're welcome.
The irregulars thank you.
Oh.
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
Alright, nothing new there. Well, vanishing back through the door. They're backing through the door. Vanishing into midair.
They're pulling the Homer Simpson backing into a bush move.
You're not even wrong.
It's a single file. God, that's a hell of a mood. Just like getting into a line and noping out of a situation in a calm, orderly fashion.
Queue up to nope out.
Exactly.
Alright.
Edwina sends her thanks for getting rid of the Crimson Oars. Mind you, she's disappointed there was no fighting. Here's payment. You helped out a great deal. I have something for you.
Do you?
The Market District is a whole sight better because of what you've done for us. I know this may not be much, but it's an extra thanks. A lot of folks swallow whatever lies are fed them, but us believers will try and spread word about you and the Wardens. Thanks.
Aww.
Thanks for the help you've given. Unfortunately, I have more headaches to deal with.
Oh, I love this guy. Flemeth's Grimoire and Ogren's Old Flame. Fine Rexall's. Okay. I think I know where the sextant is. I think it's in Redcliffe, but I think these are things that I can, in general, take care of some other time. So I think after all of this, all of these little side quests, which have managed to take up a good hour or so, because we spent the first 30 minutes ranting about YouTube again.
We? Who's we?
Well, okay, fine. I'll take credit for actually saying the smart thing about YouTube. Hey, Crack Fox! Ooh, tipsy and unable to hear the stream, but... Aw. Lauren Griffin for taking the time to do this. I did hear a cat meow in the game. Okay. So... let's go to... Oh, wait. Let's go to camp first. And, guys, honestly, I'm so happy to be able to do this. Like, streaming... I've always loved being able to stream. I've always loved interacting with people live and having them, like, respond to what I'm doing live, because it's really encouraging, especially to see that other people are engaged either with the game or whatever it is that I'm saying. So it makes a difference, regardless of donations, which is always appreciated anyway. But, like, just folks coming by to watch, people letting me know what they think. Laura is Catwoman. Still a better movie than the Halle Berry. I don't think that's her name is spelled, but Halle.
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 Halle. I love how that has become just like the theme of failure.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, I mean, for the longest time it was Groos's theme, and now it's determination. Which has a special irony in and of itself.
Let's see. Liliana, do you want to talk about your fucking...
Do you remember our discussion?
Do you think my memory's really that bad? Okay. Yes, of course.
I just wanted to tell you that I thought about what you told me, and you were right. Despite what Marjolaine says, I am not like her. I know that now. I've found peace in knowing the Maker, and nothing will change that. I followed you to make the world a better place, and as long as I keep that in mind, I will not fall. Sometimes, it takes another to show us the truths we hide from ourselves.
It was my pleasure.
I'm glad I left Lothering in your company. You have proven a true friend, and I thank the Maker for you.
Aww. The game is not responding. Okay. Aww. Aww. Ah. Okay. So you want to tell me about the fucking nugs now?
I know that look. You have something
No.
on your mind, don't you?
Never mind. I'm gonna have to go back to Orzammar, I think, with her in the party. I don't fucking know. Oh my god, this game! Hey, Ogren. Oh.
I got a moment. Sure.
Between all the talk of nugs and all the times visiting Ignacio, I'm just...
Aye. All right, then.
Yes, apparently I have a thing for bald things. Game! Oh my god! It's not that hard! It's what you're programmed to do! Alright, I'm going to save. Now I'm gonna do something strange.
Of course.
I'm gonna put Sten in my party.
Huh.
Briefly, anyway.
Yes.
BioWare
Yes.
games are not so bad. They're not so bad.
Oh my god. Okay, time to start Haven. I don't think I have a virus. I think that it's just having streamed for so long and having kept the game open for so long is just kind of multiplying errors.
The game can only put in so much effort to function properly.
Of course. Oh, I'm getting interrupted on my way out. Great.
As you do.
Thanks. Haven is a place on Thetis.
Yes. Also a sci-fi original series.
Yeah, we only finished the one season, huh?
Yeah, we didn't even finish the first season.
No, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we finished the first season.
Oh.
We just stopped there.
Oh.
It's been literally years since we watched it. Like, I think 3 years since we watched it.
Because I could have sworn we just like stopped like midway through the first season.
Oh, I'm being assaulted by old Tegrin, huh? Fuck you, Tegrin. Fuck you. Alright, and I'm actually gonna do something real quick because the lag is getting super bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna close this down real quick. Game doesn't want to close down the game.
It doesn't want to function. And
You wanna know what that's worth? Ooh, Haven is a place on Thetis. That went a little off key because I've got phlegm in my throat.
I mean, honestly, given this game's track record for functioning, I'd say it's suitable.
Yes, I want to play Dragon Age Ultimate Edition.
Yes. I like how like your Lorelei like background is looking at the audience, judging. Yeah, you're watching fucking Dragon Age stream.
It's my end slate too.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. No, not even McLovian?
McLovin. It's,
I guess.
It's a fake ID name from the movie Superbad.
I know that.
You have coins, Drake? Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Thankfully, I've not seen Superbad, so.
I think I did. Yeah, I saw Superbad. Ceremonial armored boots, sure. Let's see, what else? You got nothing. Alright, you were a literal... See, I remember this long-standing joke that because every time you meet Tegrin on the road, it's crossing... It shows up as the crossing blades, which usually indicates some sort of attack. So I'm just picturing, like, Tegrin showing up out of nowhere and, like, drawing his blade and clashing swords with you. Alright, and so there's actually a reason why I brought Sten along. Because there's a special cutscene that you can get. But yeah, let's go in.
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here.
So this is Haven.
What do you want?
Huh. I had some questions about Haven.
Ask and be on your way.
How long has Haven been here?
Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home.
Who's in charge of the village?
Father Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide.
A revered father, huh? That's new. I wonder what this means.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
Are your traditions very different from ours?
our ways are not the ways of the lowland cities.
I had some questions about Haven.
Ask and be on your way.
Why haven't I heard of Haven before?
We keep to ourselves. We see no need to announce our presence to the world. It's more peaceful that way.
I don't need to know anything else about Haven.
Then perhaps you should return to the lowlands.
I would like to explore Haven for a while.
We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo.
Oh, very well. Excuse me.
You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
Did it just get a lot colder, or is it just me?
Okay.
Interesting strategy. Tell me, do you intend to keep going north until it becomes south and attack the Archdemon from the rear?
This is necessary.
Is it? I see. I was mistaken then. It seemed to me that we were climbing a mountain in the middle of nowhere on some frivolous whim of yours.
Our Lehman is ill. That's why we're here.
How will this help him?
Huh. You already know this, Sten, but can you think of another way?
The Archdemon is our goal, and we are heading away from it to find the charred remnants of a dead woman. You haven't thought this through.
This is a feint? No. You just have to trust me.
It is not an issue of trust, Kadan. I trust you with my life, but this is not my life at risk. It is our goal.
Huh. I haven't forgotten what's at stake. Ferelden is my home.
Be careful, Kadan. I have spoken my mind. Let us waste no more time here.
Sten disapproves. Well, fuck you, bitch. Let's see. I forget exactly what options you need to pick in order for him to not be angry with you, but whatevs. He requires more cunning for that, I guess. Oh. Okay. And, wow, 4 points to spend. Well, maxed that out. 18 dexterity. Okay, well, I'm not gonna give you any more of those, so I guess that's gonna be that for now.
I guess.
Sten disapproves. No, Sten! You're only at 75 now. How will I ever live with myself?
Rip and Pep.
I never had much to put on you, huh? Okay, so that's good for that. Alright, so now that we have him here, I'm going to get rid of Sten because, sorry, Sten.
I like how you brought him into the party just to disappoint him.
Well, yeah, to hear him say Kadan. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can try something different. I haven't got much to put on you. Suit of armor on someone. Yeah.
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here. What do you want? Ask and be on your way. Haven's always been here. It's always been thus in Haven. Our ways are not the ways of the lowland. Ask and be on your way. We keep to ourselves. Then perhaps you should return to the lowland. We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about. You may...
Did it just...
Okay. So first I'm actually going to save over that. And...
Interesting strategy. Tell me, do you intend to keep going north until it becomes south and attack the Archdemon from the rear?
it'll never see this coming.
Truly, it would surprise me if my enemy counterattacked by running away and climbing a mountain.
This will help us to stop Loghain.
And that is more important than the Blight?
We can't deal with the Blight while Loghain acts against us.
Why? His army was broken at Ostagar. He is a solitary old man. Why do you fear him?
I don't fear him. I just need to stop him.
Revenge will not... You haven't thought this through.
Huh. I'm just gonna try this just to see what it says, but this is a feint stand. Do not worry, I have a plan.
It is how... I trust you with my life, but this is not my life at risk. It is our goal. Be careful. I have...
So you approved of that one. Okay, whatever. I mean, while you're here, I may as well throw some of this shit on you again.
You'll never see it coming.
Okay. Oh, right. I wanted to... There we go. Now I can save... So whatever, he approved +4 of that one. I don't care.
Yeah.
Now that he's in the party, and we had that, and he approved, now I'm going to get him out of the party. Sten is a good man. Evelyn has played too much Persona, thinking nobody would ever see her coming.
I do think you'd enjoy the Persona games.
As you desire.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I know you're generally not a turn-based RPG person, but I think given that space of like at least
Sure I am.
fun. Oh.
Dude, I've mentioned millions of times that I love turn-based games.
Really? I thought you didn't care for them.
I don't like the grind, especially of some of the older ones.
Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been.
From everything I've seen, like especially the newer Persona games, they do not come across as
Bonnie Lynn.
grindy.
Tell us
very
where
fast-paced.
you've been. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. It is soft, it is warm. It will shelter from the storm. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within. A mossy stone, a finger bone. No one knows but Lynn alone. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within. Who are you? You shouldn't be here.
Where is everyone else?
In the chantry. Mother wanted me to go to the chant, but she doesn't get to tell me what to do anymore. I'm sick of listening to Father Eirik, along with the babies and the girls. Soon I'll be old enough to go up the mountain and...
And what?
Nothing. It's just nicer up there. You wouldn't understand. Lowlanders don't belong here.
Okay. Well, I think... where is the shop? There's supposed to be a shop. The fuck? I thought that was a door. Like a shop door.
So I shall.
Death of a Templar. Okay, I don't care. There's supposed to be a graveyard here, actually. Village shop is up there, okay.
When it gets down to it, the whole fucking planet's a graveyard.
I don't like this. It's almost too quiet. Something's not right. I can feel it.
Hi!
Who are you? You're not from Haven.
Why does everyone tell me that like I don't already know it?
We don't get very many visitors.
You don't say. Let's see. Can you tell me about Haven?
How would you describe the place you know only as home?
Is this a shop? I'd like to trade.
I don't have much, but I suppose you can take a look.
I don't think there is. He's telling the truth there. He doesn't have much. It's all fairly outdated stuff anyway. I'm gonna hold on to those. May as well stock up on the health stuff. Not that I need a lot of it, but you know. Some nice poisony stuff. That's good, that's good. Not gonna need that really. Lesser elixir of grounding recipe. Guy's trying to give a disgusted look, but an upvote. That's my reaction, Griffin. You're not wrong. Gonna take a real quick sip here. Honestly, Haven is a really well-structured quest. I'll say that. And I probably mentioned this before, but one of the major cinematic trailers that were actually made for this game, was the team supposedly going to Haven, specifically for the Urn of Sacred Ashes quest. You can literally do like a search for Urn of Sacred Ashes trailer, and you'll see actually a very interesting early design of the game, where Sten had a very different hairstyle and different look overall.
As you desire.
As does Liliana. Well, let's see.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I don't need the boots. Alright, so I don't know how many of those we have, but that's fine. Okay, we don't need that. But hey, what's this? This altar appears to have been used recently. A pool of blood remains running over the sides in dark rivulets.
I was not expecting to find something so unsettling.
Used for food preparation, perhaps?
Does meat bleed that much?
I'm just trying to be optimistic. The other explanation is slightly more disturbing.
This village is not quite what it seems, is it?
Uh-huh. Shit's going on in Haven Town. And you're not gonna like it, especially when we leave here.
I mean...
Okay, fine, jeez. I get it, you're mad. Oh, and, guess the cat's out of the bag now.
I mean...
Alright. Cultist Archer. Let's see. Huh. There's a little chest over
So
here.
I'm wondering something. What exactly does a woman see in a man like Zevran?
Oh, he's handsome enough for some. Why'd you ask?
No reason. It's just... Doesn't he seem to be a bit too much? The hair, the clothing...
I don't understand. A bit too much what? Do you have a problem with him?
Beyond the fact that he's an assassin who's tried to kill us more than once? No, not really. Do women go for that sort of thing?
Where I come from, they do. Oh, yes.
Huh. Really? I see.
I love that I clicked on her and she giggled as if she was finishing out the conversation with Alistair with a giggle. Alright, let's see. That works. Alright, so I may as well save at that point. So I got started a little bit late today, and then I spent another 20-30 minutes actually ranting about the situation with YouTube, so this is already significantly later in the day than normal, as it is. But, I think the graveyard appears here, like, afterwards or something, or, like, access to it appears afterwards. I forget these specific details, and I could be mistaken. But anyway. So yeah, now that we've seen that something is wrong with Haven, we're going to find ourselves being attacked by an on cue cultist mage. No! You don't get to do that. I get to do this.
You are incorrect.
I think we work well together.
So you may notice that there is a significant... Well, we're taking them out pretty fucking easily right now. You may have noticed.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be because... Let's see, that is the village shop again. That is because you're actually supposed to hit this place pretty soon after completing Redcliffe. Like, they've got an obvious... You can do them in any order, but, like, they do tend to go kind of the order that I'm doing them in. Just to make sure that you've got enough, like, that there are challenges that you can actually face. Let's see. What is that way? Oh, that's the world map. Okay, I don't need to go that way yet. Alright, so let's see. I guess I'll take the money. And this is gonna be fun. Welcome to a cutscene. More time spent with you guys is a good time, sappy as it sounds. You know, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Huh. Antiva leather boots.
I heard that very differently, which... They said Antifa leather boots.
And teeth for leather boots. Oh boy.
Of course.
The armor and clothing left on this dismembered man indicate that he was from Redcliffe. One of our layman's knights. So this is another option that you could have found that would out the people of this village as being not okay. And was the graveyard over here? No, it wasn't. Okay. I have not played this game in nearly, like, 10 years, guys. Oh, good. You're really not gonna like what happens, dude. A single unarmed dude against 4 well-armed party members. Does not work out well.
My, they're all so eager.
They're all so eager. Have we? Have we done well? We're kind of just killing them all, which actually, after what we've seen...
You hear that? There's people in the Chantry. The whole town, maybe.
Yeah, you don't say. The whole town is here. I believe the boy even said as much. Leather books that are rainbow colored. Antifa, wow. Antifa leather boots. Jesus.
I mean, sign me the fuck
As you
up.
desire.
We are
Cutscene.
blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her...
Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far?
Huh. I found blood-stained altars, knives. What's going on?
This, my brothers, is what happens when you let an outsider into the village. They have no respect for our privacy. She will tell others of us if we let her. Word will spread, and then what? You, stranger, do not understand our ways. You would bring war to Haven in your ignorance.
What about Brother Ginny TV? What have you done to him?
We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
Oh, okay.
I also find it interesting, by the way, that every single magical / religious leader in this game looks exactly the fucking same. Like, white dude with long white hair and a long white beard.
That you're wearing, it really suits you.
Cultist medallion. Yeah?
I thought you were gonna say cultist MacGuffin, which honestly amounts to the same thing.
Ring of Faith and small silver bar. Small silver bard.
Yes, of course.
I say that and Liliana says, yes, of course.
Yes.
Alright. So, this is obviously not a real wall. This bit is fun. There's a chest on the other side of that. I'll get to you in a second. Yeah, I know. You're in deathly pain. You've been tortured, probably starving and dehydrated. I just need to get the experience from picking locks on this chest first. Alright. Hey, Brother Ginny TV.
Who are you? They've sent you to finish it.
I'm Evelyn. I'm here to help you.
You don't know how glad I am to see someone who isn't from this village. The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
Wynne, can you help?
I can set the leg and ease some of the pain, but he'll need a lot of rest in order to heal.
I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain.
How do you know?
My research led me to Haven, and I have heard the villagers talking. I know the urn is here. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Iric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it.
How dare... indifferent to the pain of a tortured person. Oh yes, these pixels are in such tremendous pain. This medallion?
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you.
Could you answer some questions for me first?
All right. What is on your mind?
Do you know of the knights that were sent to look for you?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Eirik said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men.
Eirik's not going to be bothered. Oh, well. I'm so sorry.
There's nothing I can do but pray those men have found peace. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
Haven. It's a little odd, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
Why does Haven have revered fathers?
I do not know. When the Chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the Chantry and so have no knowledge of the Chantry's rules.
Huh. What do you know about Haven and its people?
They call themselves the disciples of Andraste. They are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the Anne, but they speak of Andraste as though she was still alive.
Is that possible?
I'm old enough to know that anything is possible, child. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
What were the villagers doing with you?
They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that.
They were planning to place a fake Genitivi in Denerim.
How do you know?
There was an imposter Wayland in your house.
An imposter? What happened to the real Wayland?
I'm sorry, but he's dead.
Oh, poor Wayland. I should never have dragged you into this. Make us take you into his hands, my boy.
Wayland died Wayland died protecting your research.
He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
All right. What is on your mind?
The ashes will cure Arl Eamon, won't they?
Cure Arl Eamon? Is the Arl sick? What happened?
He was poisoned on Logain's orders.
Logain? Why? Oh, I have been so occupied with the Anne. I've missed so much. I certainly hope the ashes will save him. The legends speak of their miraculous powers. There are many stories of pilgrims being healed, the blind seeing, and the lame dancing in joy. Perhaps it is Andraste that does this. Perhaps it is belief itself. By believing the ashes are magical, you make them so.
If it doesn't work, we'll find another way.
Anyway, that can be discussed once we actually have the ashes, and the Arl is better.
That's enough talk for now, I think.
All right. Are you ready to go then?
I think you should return to Denerim.
This has been my life's work. To have come this far, only to have to turn back. I couldn't bear it.
You cannot deny him this. We would never have found this place without him.
He can see it when he is well, and no one is out to kill him.
I suppose you're right. I would never forgive myself if something more happened to him. I think it's best that you return to Denerim, brother. I'm sorry.
Very well. Since you will not let me help, I will return to my home in Denerim. But first, the medallion. It is not a solid piece of bronze. It can be manipulated like so. And there, a key to open the way.
How did you know how to do that?
There are very few keys like this left in the world, but I have seen some. When you find the right combination, it just feels right. It is hard to explain.
What do I do with this?
There should be a place to insert the medallion. An indentation of some sort, perhaps?
That should be easy to find.
If you find the urn, you will return to Denerim to tell me about it, won't you? I would dearly love to hear about it. make a smile fortune on you, young one.
Okay, I guess he's gone.
I guess so.
And we're just loading for some reason. Did he leave? Are we being taken outside? Oh, we just went to the temple. Okay.
Huh. That's convenient.
Well, actually, this marks a pretty good stopping point for today, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like, we've covered quite a bit of ground. We took care of quite a few side quests, did a lot of dealings with the Antivan Crows, cleared our name in a lot of different places, even when people were kind of ambiguous about it in the first place. And we have started on the quest into Haven. The Urn of Sacred Ashes quest is actually one of my favorites in the game, and there's a reason why I tend to come here when I have actually overleveled myself quite a bit, and you're going to see that when we actually come back here next week. But, this has been a very interesting stream in some ways. I appreciate those of you who may have actually stuck around this far, and those of you who watched through the opening, where I spent all of that time ranting. I want to reiterate, YouTube is probably not going to be, like, individually hunting you down to fine you $42,000. The FTC is not likely to throw that kind of fine at you willy-nilly, and obviously there are other factors to keep in consideration as we move forward. Obviously, be wary, because YouTube has been known to pull some shit, capital S's on both.
Yes.
But it's not nearly as dire as they let it seem it was. So things should be just fine. Obviously, don't do anything that is obviously child-directed, you know, things along those lines. But ultimately, like I said, follow your favorite content creators on their social media if you can find them. That way, if something does happen, you can track down their content if they find someplace else to upload it. If they have Discord servers, like, that's usually a good way to keep in touch with them. But either way, I appreciate all of you who came out to watch today, and I'm so glad that you guys keep coming back week after week. Like, regardless of anything else that happens, you guys really are very much the best, and the reason why I do come back week after week to do this. Because it's fun. It's fun playing this game, and it's fun sharing it with other people and getting your commentary as we go. Yes. Oh, you didn't want to take him? Oh no! You guys deserve better than shit. Well, you're not wrong. But yeah, continue to support your favorite content creators. I hope I'm among them. Be sure to check out, you know, well, I guess if you want to, I guess, as opposed to be sure to check out my Patreon. But I would like to encourage, if even just a $1 a month ends up helping me a lot and also gets you early access and some other bonus stuff. Thank you, Griffin, for joining me once again.
Always a pleasure.
And I hope to see you guys next week where we take on the Urn of Sacred Ashes. This is going to be something.
Yep.
So, I will see you guys next week. Until then, take care.
Have a good one, everyone.